Good evening. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. This is the January 23rd, 2025 City Council meeting. Please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. Roll call, please.
Mr. Jensen?
Here.
Mr. Harper?
Here.
Mr. Miskman?
Here.
Mayor Abu-Wasley?
Here.
Ms. Menser? Here. Mr. Brandt?
Here.
Mr. Sterned?
Here. This time we have a moment of silence. Thank you. Our first item on the agenda is a presentation. We have Gary Hansen come forward.
Okay. Well, we know that our city has been on the move and we've had lots of great things to be proud of in the last few years. And one of the things that I'm most proud of is that our team continues to better itself and have set higher standards for themselves. And when one of our team members is recognized across the state, it's really a point of pride for all of us. And it's not only an accomplishment for the individual, which it certainly is, but it's also an accomplishment for our entire team. And it gives us all reason to be proud. So this is why we're presenting this award today to Gary. It's the Iowa Association of Building Officials Building Official of the Year. We're really proud of you, Gary, for that. And thank you for making us look good across the state. I'll just read the plaque. Presented to Gary Hansen in recognition of your outstanding service and contribution to the Iowa Association of Building Officials and your continued commitment to fire and life safety principles and requiring code compliant structures within your community.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Come on up and take a picture. Yeah.
You want to see it? Yeah, there you go.
Oh, he loves it. That's so funny.
Thanks. I just wanted to thank everybody in the city manager and Kim, Ryan. You know, I've said this a lot to people and it really is true. It's great to work for an organization that allows us to do above and beyond and supports that. So I really appreciate you guys letting us do that. So thanks.
Thank you, Gary. Congratulations again. I love celebrations. Okay. The next item is our first public forum on the agenda, and I will read the public forum rules of procedure for our meetings. There is an initial public forum at the beginning of the meeting, which is time for comments from members of the public related to agenda items that are not associated with the public hearing. The second public forum is at the end of the meeting, which is the time set aside for any comments from members of the public. And those making comments during that time should understand that no action will be taken on comments made during the comment periods due to open meeting laws. And then items that are associated with a public hearing, there will be time to address council at that time. Once in the council chambers, there are yellow cards at the end of the table. Those should be completed and handed to the city clerk before you speak. This allows us to have the correct information of the people addressing council for purposes of our meeting records. Please do not approach the dais where the council sits. If you have handouts to give to the council or any other materials, please present them to the city clerk for distribution to the city council. Once you're called forward, please step up to the podium and speak into the microphone because these meetings are recorded. Please address the city council as mayor and members of the council for purposes of decorum. All persons wishing to speak will have a maximum of 5 minutes to make their comments. Please do not engage in conduct or speech that is imminently threatening to any person or which incites violence or which is obscene. Please avoid repeating comments or points that have been previously shared. Speakers and attendees of the meeting should not engage in conduct that disrupts the orderly progress of the meeting or engage in speech or conduct that interferes with anyone else's ability to participate in the meeting. Failure to adhere to these guidelines or engage in disruptive speech or behavior will, after a warning, result in a removal from the meeting. We ask everyone to please abide by these rules, and we'll open up the first comment section for comments. If anyone's here to address council, please come forward. Okay, we'll close this part of the meeting, proceed to the consent agenda.
Mayor, I move to approve the consent agenda as follows. Items A1 through F2, resolutions 32227 through 32239.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to approve the consent agenda as presented, including items A1 through F2, resolutions 32227 through 32239. Any discussion? All those in favor of approving the consent agenda, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, please say no. The motion is approved. For the next item, I will turn over the meeting to the Mayor Pro Tem.
Mayor Pro Tem, I move to approve the consent agenda with Mayor Abalos's ascension. This will be items E1 and resolution 32240.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the consent agenda with the mayor's abstention. Item E1, resolution number 32340. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Any opposed, say no. The motion carries with one abstention. And I'll pass it back to the mayor.
Okay, the next item is a public hearing regarding the library generator project. We'll open the public hearing and have a presentation.
Yes, Your Honor. So this is adding a generator to our brand new library. This is actually going to be in the southeast corner of the property. So 12th Street is here on the right side. 5th Avenue is just to the south of it. So making a new area. So it will take away 2 parking stalls in order to put that generator in there. It went out for bid. There were 4 bids received. The low bid came in from Hawkeye Electric at $167,373.80. There is a $100,000 grant that we got from the CDBDG DR grant that will offset a good portion of that. So we are recommending proceeding with this project.
Okay, thank you. Stick around for questions. The public hearing is now open. If anyone is here to address council, either in favor or in opposition to this measure, please come forward. Okay, we'll ask the staff if anyone has provided comments outside the meeting.
I have not received any.
I'm not.
Please note that for the record. We'll close the public hearing and proceed to the motion.
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve the project calendar regarding the Marion Public Library Generator Project as follows. This will include resolution numbers 32241 through 32242.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded To approve the project calendar for the Marion Public Library Generator Project, resolutions 32241 and 32242. Discussion, questions for Mike?
Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Mike, on the bid tally sheet that you just shared with us, I was struck by the difference from high to low. And that caused me just to ask a simple question. Were they all bidding on the very same generator, power plant and generator set?
Yeah, I mean, some people are more hungry, some are less hungry, but they had the same bid plans, the
Okay.
same specifications that they all bid.
Okay, thanks.
Any other questions or discussion? Go ahead, Will.
How is that gonna be enclosed? Or is it, will it be enclosed?
Yeah, so we have to figure out some of those details. At one point, we were gonna put it where the existing garbage containers and transformer is, it's closer to the library. We figured out that it doesn't quite fit in there with the existing unit that's in there, and then we're gonna move the trash enclosure down here. So there's a couple options. We'll work through planning to make sure we're meeting all applicable codes. But there is some options that we can screen it with vegetation. So we're gonna look at the most economical way to do it while still following all regulations. But that will be part of the project. We'll likely do that in-house, separate from this. So we'll leave this as just get the generator in there, and then we can follow up with the rest of the project later.
So the 167 bid does not include any enclosure of it. It's just the installation.
Correct.
And then, so the budgeted amount for this, there's still, I mean, so the estimate was 250, so is that what was budgeted?
I believe so. I don't have the memo in front of me.
So there's plenty of budgeted amount to cover the cost of enclosing. Okay. Thank you.
Any other comments or questions? Okay, I will turn over the matter to the Mayor Pro Tem for the vote, as I will be abstaining from this vote.
All right, any other discussion? No? All right, all those in favor of moving to approve the project calendar regarding the Marion Public Library Generator Project as follows, resolution 32241 through 32242, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any against, please say no. And any abstentions?
Aye.
The motion carries with one abstention. I'll pass it back again to the mayor.
Okay, the next item is a public hearing regarding the public safety training facility, burn building package. We'll open the public hearing. Mike?
Yep, me again. So this one, if you know, are the existing burn building or the existing facility that they're building currently, that's between new public works and old public works. So basically when we did that, we made it so that there's two buildings. The one that they're building right now is more for theater, smoke, rescues, and I'll let the chief talk about the exact details of that. This one is more of an actual unit that they set on fire and do actual fire drills with. So there's some fire hydrants and stuff that we put in as part of the project. That was a separate bid package. This is just to install the vertical structure itself. But after the public hearing, if there's specific questions about that, I'll let Chief take those.
Okay. Public hearing is now open. If anyone is here to address council, either in favor or in opposition to this measure, please come forward. Again, we'll ask the staff if any comments were received. That's at the meeting.
I have not received any.
We have not.
Okay, note that for the public record, and we'll close the public hearing. Proceed to the motion.
Yes, Your Honor. I move to approve project calendar regarding the public safety training facility burn building package as follows. Resolutions 32243 through 32244.
Second?
It's been moved and seconded to approve project calendar for the public safety training facility burn building package, resolutions 32243 and 32244. Discussion, questions for Mike? None. All those in favor of approving project calendar for the public safety training facility burn building package, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, please say no. The motion is approved.
Mayor, I move to approve ordinance number 25-01, approving request to rezone property from Lynn County Agricultural and Lynn County Urban Services Residential District to SR2, which is suburban medium density, single family residential for property located northeast of Lau Park, south of Cimarron Drive, and west of North 10th Street, Marion, Iowa. And this is Mooney Engel Rickliffs LLC, second consideration.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the second consideration of ordinance number 25-01, approving the request to rezone property from agricultural and urban service residential to suburban medium density, single family residential for the property located northeast of Lau Park, south of Cimarron Drive, and west of North 10th Street. Discussion? Okay, all those in favor of ordinance number 25-01, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, please say no. The motion is approved. Next item is our second public forum, which is a time that is set aside for comments from members of the public on any topic. If anyone's here to address council, please come forward. Kyle?
Hello. So my name's Kyle Franklin and I own a Mix in Uptown Marion. I had a meeting with the city officials last week to talk about an encroachment request that I'm gonna send to you guys. I think it'll come the first meeting in February, and it's in regards to, I'm requesting, the reason why we're requesting this is we would like to have two, I believe I got the specs today, 30 by 30 inch fans that will protrude about 16 and a half inches out into the alley between our building, which is 1138, and then the building that houses Marion Antiques. The city had already said that we have enough grade, so they'll be located about a minimum 10 feet off the above grade. The reason why we're requesting this specific location and encroachment is we were really trying to add Korean barbecue as a additional dining option at Mix. And per the engineer at Reese Heating and Cooling, the only viable place for us to do that, because of the Coben Herbie building having the second story and the existing tenants above, that was the only logical, or they said it's pretty much the only location where we could accomplish that. So it was suggested that I just come and explain that is the specifics of why I'm asking for those two fans. I would also like to say that these fans are not going to be like a heavy grease exhaust fan that's going to be outside of like a large kitchen like we have from our kitchen that's above kind of this lower half roof behind the building. These are going to be to vent very minimal, and I actually have the specific measurements, which I think I included in the encroachment request as some of the specifics. They're not going to be releasing a heavy amount of grease. It's just going to be releasing cooking vapors from the Korean barbecue process, which is no added oil. It's just going to be cuts of meat that are at max, like probably a 1/4 of an inch thick, cooked on a non-stick grill plate.
Okay.
Cool.
Any questions for Kyle?
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in. Anyone else to address council, please come forward. Okay, we'll close that part of the meeting and proceed to council comments. We'll start with Councilmember Sternad.
I have nothing, thanks.
Okay. Well,
I'm good.
Sarah.
Do you want to talk about this, Gage? You want me to?
Go ahead.
For anybody here, there's cookies up here. The mayor has put a lot of his time and effort into the plaza fundraising, and we hit a big milestone. Seth can probably explain a little more of that, but you do a lot of this behind the scenes on your own, and we just want to call it out and say thank you. And
Thank you.
it's it's just cookies, but they're here to kind of celebrate these milestones because it was a big, long amount of work you put into that and a lot of passion. So thank you for doing that. And enjoy the cookies.
Yes, so I will second that there are cookies up here for anybody that wants them after the meeting. I'll just kind of put them out here. But yeah, seriously, we always talk about needing to celebrate more. We have a lot of accomplishments every year. So again, congratulations to the fundraising committee on that and to you, Mayor. The mayor is going to be like shy about this, but he did raise over at least 60% of that fundraising goal single-handedly. So, I mean, that's a big deal. And those are the things we should be celebrating.
Thank you.
The other couple things I want to talk about, celebrations. Again, congratulations, Mr. Hanson, on your award. Celebrations are, like Mayor said, we love those and super proud to have you on this team. So congratulations to you again. And then last night we had the ribbon cutting for the Marion High School auditorium, and I don't know if the mayor's probably gonna talk about this too, so I don't want to steal it.
Go ahead.
But as a Marion,
High school.
yeah, as a Marion alum, it was just mind blowing to walk in there last night and see that facility, and the work that's been done just in the district as a whole over the last couple of years with their bond vote. The football field, Parkview Elementary is a great facility, but then seeing this auditorium and the memories that those students, present and future, are going to be able to make there on that stage and that state-of-the-art facility. Yeah, I was just a really proud alum. So go Wolves on that one for sure.
Cool. Nothing here.
Well, I, for one, am a little glad we got that snowfall yesterday. I was getting a little embarrassed that Houston had had more snow year to date than Marion. Okay, that was just unacceptable. So I think we're just caught up with them. So anyway, that's it.
All right, well, I want to congratulate the entire fundraising team for the plaza on reaching the goal. We had a $1.3 million goal. And as of a couple of days ago, we reached that goal. It's easy to ask people for money for a project that you believe in and for a city that you love. So it was my honor to work on that. I volunteered to be on the committee because I really believe in the project and believe in what we're doing as a city. And it's not hard to do when you believe in something. So thank you for the cookies. I also want to add my congratulations to the Marion School District. That auditorium has been a dream for several decades, and it's a major improvement. And when we talk about community partners, sometimes we forget that the schools are also our community partners, not just the economic development entities in town, but the schools are a major partner in creating the community we want to create, where people want to be, where people want to raise their families, where opportunities are given to everyone, families and especially students. And a facility like that, a performing arts center, creates so much opportunity for kids to discover their passions, to perform, to learn teamwork, to learn collaboration, to gain self-assuredness from performing on stage, to have an interaction with an audience, all of that, and the families to be able to get together and to meet as a community. All those things happen in a facility like that. So couldn't be more proud of both of our school districts. They're always reaching higher, always exemplifying what that means by giving the families in this community a great opportunity. So congrats to all who worked on that project, and look forward to their next big accomplishment. With that, we have a closed session this evening.
Mayor, I move to adjourn to exempt session regarding collective bargaining as permitted under section 20.173 of the Code of Iowa.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to adjourn to exempt session regarding collective bargaining. May we have the legal counsel statement, please?
Yes, I've reviewed the subject matter for tonight's exempt session, and it is properly exempt from the open meeting laws in the state of Iowa.
Thank you. Do we have any questions or discussion before we vote? Okay, we'll take the roll call vote, please.
Mr. Jensen,
Yes.
Mr. Harper,
Yes.
Mr. Miskman,
Yes.
Mayor Abalosely,
Yes.
Ms. Menzer,
Yes.
Mr. Brandt,
Yes.
Mr. Sterned.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us. We're now adjourned to closed session.